In today's video, we'll be looking at how do we construct a polygon given the length of one side. In the previous video, we looked at how we construct a development for a given drawing. So let us proceed with today's video. So the first thing we're going to draw is a baseline for the polygon that we'll be drawing. Okay, so this is our baseline. All right, enter. Right, let us label this maybe 1 2 1 2. All right, so that's the baseline. All right, now the next step is to construct a 90-degree angle at 1. All right, so we're constructing a 90-degree angle at 1. All right, go 1 2. All right, so that's the baseline. All right, now the next step is to construct a 90-degree angle at 1. All right, so we're constructing a 90-degree angle at 1. All right, go. All right, what we have on the screen is a 90-degree angle constructed at 1. Right, so what you would do, you would draw arcs from center 1 to give you this semicircle here, this semicircle. Then the same radius, we will put it at where the semicircle intersect the baseline and mark an arc to give you this arc. Same radius. And well, likewise, you'll put the compass over here or the center point over here if you're on AutoCAD, and you'll draw an arc the same radius that you started with. Where these two arcs intersect the previous arc, then you draw arcs of the same radius from this point and that point. Okay, is that clear? Good. What we're going to do next, we're going to construct a 60-degree angle at 2. All right, so as we indicated, we'll be constructing a 60-degree angle at 2 at the end of the line 2, right? So what we do, we put our compass point at 2. If we're using the traditional instruments, that would be the compass. You scribe an arc, any radius. You use the same radius and you put it here where the, right here, where the cursor is, same radius. Put the compass point here and you mark an arc to intersect the previous arc that you drew from 2. Is that clear? Good. So where these two arcs intersect, right, which is right here, a line drawn from the intersection to the end of the line at 2, where this red dot is, that is the 60-degree angle. All right, so we're going to go line. Let us locate let's locate the end of our line, which I think is here. Right, so we're going to go there, going through here. That's a 60-degree angle. Okay, good. Good job. So all right, so we have our 60-degree line extended towards the left of the screen from 2. Right, this line is a 60-degree line. Right, this line is a 90-degree line. Right. All right, the purpose of constructing the 90-degree angle, right, is to bisect the angle to give us a 45-degree angle. Okay, all right, so let's do that now. So we're going to bisect the 45-degree angle to the 90-degree angle to give us a 45-degree angle. All right, what we're doing at 1, at the end of the line labeled 1, 2, what we're doing, we're constructing a 45-degree angle. Is that clear? So what we did, we constructed this line, which is in 90-degree. Good. Then compass at 1, any radius, we mark an arc which is greater than this semicircle, all right, to intersect the baseline and the 90-degree line. So this is the line that we're working with. Good? Good job. All right. All right. So again, we're constructing a 45-degree angle at 1. And the first procedure was to draw this arc, then mark an arc to intersect the previous arc from where you see that red highlighted dot to give you this arc. You do the same thing on this side where you see this red dot and mark an arc the same radius. Where this arc intersect the first semicircle, you mark another arc using the same radius to give us this arc. You repeat the process at this intersection and it will give you this arc. This line that you draw now, that will be the 90-degree line, right? What you're going to do is bisect that angle. So compass at 1, any radius describe an arc to intersect the 90-degree, which is this line and the baseline. Then same radius from where this arc intersect the baseline, mark an arc. And the same radius at the intersection of the 90-degree and this arc, mark an arc. Where the two arcs intersect, that will be the 45-degree line. So let us draw it. So we're going to go line to the intersection here, enter. So this angle would be 45 degrees. Good job if you're with me. All right, the next step that we're going to do, we're going to bisect the line labeled 1, 2. We're going to bisect it using the traditional compass. If you're on AutoCAD, you would use the arc command from 1 and 2, and you'll see in a little while where those centers would be. Okay. All right. So the next step that we did, we bisected this line. This line, 1, 2. We bisected the line. Then to get this perpendicular bisector, right? To bisect the line, we put the compass at 1. Any radius greater than half the length of the line, you mark this arc from 1. Same radius from 2. This point 2, you mark an arc. Same radius there. Where the two arcs intersect, you draw this vertical line through the intersection of the two arcs, and that will be the bisector. All right. We're going to draw an arc, center B, radius A, and we draw an arc going around, okay? All right. All right, so that's our arc. What we're going to do now, we're going to draw an arc, radius D, center A. We're going to mark an arc. So here's the arc coming up. Good. Where the two arcs intersect, which is this one and this one, that will be the corner for the square. All right. So let us get our arc. All right. So what we did with center D, radius A, we mark an arc from D. All right. Same radius from B, we mark an arc. The radius A. Right. So center B, radius A, mark an arc. From D and B, we mark two arcs equal to the distance AB, right? Now, all right. Where the two arcs intersect, that is the arcs that you drew from D and B equal to the length of one side, which is AB, what you're gonna do, you're gonna draw a line. So, line to the intersection there, line to intersection there. All right, so this would be our square. All right, now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna draw circles from 5, radius B, right? And this circle, okay, I center it for you. This circle would give us the pentagon, right? So what we're gonna do now, from B, we're gonna mark the length of AB, the length of the side AB along the circle. Using B as the center, we're gonna mark an arc equal to the length of the line. All right. All right. So what we have is arcs drawn from B, which is the length of the line AB, marked from B to give you this arc. Same radius from the intersection of this arc and this circle, you mark an arc to give you that point. Same radius, you mark another arc. Those arcs on the circle now will give us our pentagon. Good. So we go line at B, there, 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 there. And that is our pentagon, right? Now, as I indicated earlier, the an arc marked from 6, which is right here, this distance. If you take this distance from 5 to 6, take that measurement. If you're using a compass, you would put the compass point at 5, open it to 6, and then from 6 you would mark an arc to give you 7. From 7 you'll mark another arc the same radius to give you 8. From 8 you'd mark another arc the same radius to give us 9. From 9 you'll mark another arc to give us 10. Because what happened? From 5 to 6, that would represent the centers of the circle, which would give you the, the polygon that you want to draw. All right. So if you want a 6-sided figure, we're going to repeat the same process. So we would go compass at 6, radius B, good, and that would be our circle. And we just repeat the same process, right? So we could take the radius AB and mark it along the circle which was drawn with the compass point at 6. All right. So we're going to mark the arcs on the circle, the construct this circle. All right, is that clear? And the radius will be the length of the side AB. Good. All right, here we have the arcs, and I'll show you how we'll draw the hexagon. So we're gonna go line from B to the intersection of the first arc, intersection of the second arc, intersection of this arc. I'm coming back down there, back to A, enter. Right, so there is our hexagon. Good. All right. Now the next one next thing we're gonna draw is gonna locate where the center for 7 would be along this bisector that we drew earlier on. All right. So we're gonna take our compass. We're gonna put it at 0.5, open it to 6. Then we're gonna move the compass from 5 with the same radius. Put it at 6 and mark an arc, as I said previously, to give you 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so let's do that. All right, what I've done, I've marked arcs as I told you from 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The same radius was this distance from 5 and 6, right? So these 7, the circle drawn from um circle drawn with the center at 7, which is right here, to the radius with the radius of 7b. When you draw that circle, when you mark the sides AB, starting at B, you'll get a 7-sided figure, all right? So let us finish that, all right, for completeness, all right? So we need a circle, and the center would be 7, all right? So we go center, radius B, enter, all right? Then the next step is the same procedure we'll be repeating if you are asked to draw the 7-sided figure, all right? So let's go now. All right, so we're gonna draw, here are the arcs for the 7-sided figures would be this circle, where these arcs intersect on this circle, right? So you have this circle, and the center is from 7, there it is highlighted, right? Where the 7 is blue square. So these arcs along this highlighted circle would give you a 7-sided figure. So let's draw it to prove it. All right. So we go line. I'm gonna go from B to there, 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 enter. All right. So that would be a. Hold on, I missed a point. Hold on, let's do this again. I missed this point. So this one, this one, this one. All right, so we're gonna draw this 7-sided figure. So we go line B to this arc, then the next arc. Then I'm gonna go by the top here, there, 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 right there. Enter. All right. So this is the 7-sided figure, right? To get the octagon, it will be the same process. So here's the next circle is the circle drawn from center 8, right? And what we would do the same procedure to mark off the sides from B. So let's go. All right, here we have the arcs drawn on the red circle, the red construction circle. So we're gonna go line at B, the intersection here, there, 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 enter. All right, so here we have our octagon, and all right, so what we have We have completed the octagon and the 10-sided figure, right? So this is how you would construct polygons given the length of one side. So what you would do, you would read the question to see how many sides that they want, and then you draw that particular one. But in this video, we did from the square up to the decagon, all right? So I hope the video was useful. Was it useful? And in the next video, we'll be looking at loci. So see you in the next video. Bye.